from New Hanover County Schools Television, powered by students. This is your school news.
Welcome to Your School News. I'm Bryson Byers.
And I'm Caleb Hall. Topping our newscast, schools share buildings in the wake of Hurricane Florence, Highway Patrol ramps up bus safety and education, Board of Education reschedules redistricting forums.
Our top story this week, students at Mary C. Williams and International School at Gregory had to move to different schools following Hurricane Florence because of extensive damage. YSN reporter Joanna Carey tells us how the transition went and what staff did to make it happen.
It doesn't matter what building we're in, it's the people, it's the relationships, and it's the connections that these kids have built with their teachers. Even though we were only in school for 10 days, that teacher is that constant in their lives.
Hurricane Florence tore through the Carolinas in early September. High winds and flooding were an issue for many homes and businesses in the Cape Fear region. Most schools in Wilmington sustained damage as well. Because of that, numerous teachers and students were relocated to other facilities, including the International School at Gregory, who had to temporarily move into Snipes Academy.
The transition can be really tough on kids, especially when they've probably lost some things, have suffered some devastation in their own lives through the hurricane as well. But surprisingly, it's been very good. We've had great attendance. The Thursday we came back, 93% attendance. On Friday, 95% of students were here. And then those who have not been here, we have had our counselors and social workers reaching out individually to those students to make sure that we can provide them any support that we might need to do.
Okay, your letters are B, A, C.
Over at Coddington, staff hosted Mary C. Williams because their building also had quite a bit of damage.
Had some moisture in our buildings, and so luckily we found it, and our wonderful folks at Central Office in Operations have been right on it and making sure that our building is safe and a great learning environment for all our students, so they're taking care of any moisture over there. And we've been able to come over here and just jump right into the Coddington way. The first day was a little bit rough. Children looking for their classrooms. Luckily, we had lots of parent volunteers. We had lots of folks from Central Office helping us out. So everybody found their way to their classrooms.
Luckily, Ms. Oots and I have worked together before, so we had no problem picking up and just getting over here. I basically told Ms. Oots, this is your school for as long as you need it to be. So I'll do whatever I can do to help you. So she came over, we looked at rooms, we made sure we put similar age kids in similar age classrooms. So if they were third grade at Mary C. Williams, we put them in a third grade classroom here.
Students at both schools say the teachers have made them feel welcome.
Ms. Oots is really thoughtful and nice.
They've been making signs, and they always say hi to us, and they, like this sign right here, and they, like in the mornings, they do the same thing for the announcements, and it's basically just like Gregory.
All the posters have been really welcoming, and this is a nice school, and it makes me feel really welcome.
That first day back, seeing them come in, there were tears. There were happy tears when kids came in and saw their teachers, and tears from the teachers too. That is very powerful, and it just shows us that, while we're so grateful for Snipes for having us, that it's really about the people in the building that make the difference.
For Your School News, I'm Johanna Carey.
23 elementary school singers from New Hanover County Schools have been selected to participate in the 2018 North Carolina Elementary Honors Chorus. The program, sponsored by the North Carolina Music Educators Association. Selected students took part in recorded auditions for the 202 voice chorus. They will present a concert at the NCMEA National Professional Development Conference in Winston-Salem this November. The guest conductor will be Dr. Christina McMillan, Assistant Director of Choral Activities at Ohio State University. Snipes Academy will be represented for the first time in this event. NHCS is proud to congratulate all the following performers who were selected: Vela Choir and Maya Scarola from Anderson, William DeLoe, Cassidy Fisher, Maya Gomez, Mary Page Mott from Coddington, Kinsley Nagel from Eaton. From Forest Hill were Aliyah Bland and Jose Curinos, and Addison Daniels. Ava Britt from Gregory. From Holly Tree were Colin Del Savio, Ellie Dries, Eva Jessup, and Lindsay Lavier. Ella Kuhlberg and Sophia Luca Sick from Ogden. Catherine Coble, Samantha Gomez, Chloe Hughes, and Morgan Scatton Tessier from Pine Valley, and from Snipes, Nehemiah Lennon and Mackenzie Robertson. Once again, congratulations to all of these selected students.
Troopers across the state are taking measures to reduce the illegal passing of school buses and other school-related traffic violations this week as part of an annual campaign. As part of Operation Stop Arm, North Carolina State Highway Patrol troopers are riding on school buses and using unmarked vehicles to monitor bus routes to and from schools. This campaign also includes an increase in educational programs and enforcement in and around school zones. As another effort to raise public awareness, the Highway Patrol partnered with the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and Duke University to produce a public service announcement on school bus safety. Every child should be afforded a safe means of travel as they attend their respective educational institutions, said Colonel Glenn McNeil Jr., commander of the Highway Patrol. Every day, buses are passed illegally, putting children in danger. The Highway Patrol plans to continue to decrease this danger throughout the school year.
Due to Hurricane Florence, the redistricting forums scheduled in September were canceled. The New Hanover County Board of Education has rescheduled the 3 public forums to November. The forums allowed the board to hear input from the community on the proposed redistricting maps. To make these forums convenient for citizens across the country, they will be held at schools in central, northern, and the southern regions. Here's the date, time, location of each of these redistricting forums. Thursday, November 8th at 5:30 p.m. in the Williston Middle School auditorium. Tuesday, November 13th at 5:30 p.m. in the Holly Shelter Middle School auditorium, and Wednesday, November 14th at 5:30 p.m. in the Ashley High School cafeteria. Each forum will be recorded and aired on NHCS TV. For more information, visit the school system's website at nhcs.net/redistricting or call 254-4200.
New Hanover County Schools recognizes that their employees are their most valuable resource. While everyone experiences stress, sometimes the effects of too much stress can disrupt work performance and professional well-being, especially after experiencing the trauma of a major hurricane followed by a tropical storm. Because of this experience and the emotional toll that living in a stressful world can take on all of us, the school system is partnering with Life Services EAP, an employee assistance program designed specifically to offer personal guidance and resources concerning the needs of daily life. The services are free for NHCS employees to use and includes help with child care needs, elder care needs, travel and recreation, dining and entertainment, consumer needs, pet care, community resources, and health and wellness. Confidential counseling support is also provided. For further details or information, go to the Employees tab on the school system's website.
This is Your School News on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all the latest news online at www.nhcs.net. Welcome back to Your School News. I'm Caleb Hall. JROTC students at Ashley High strapped on their life vests for a fun, high-speed boat ride with the U.S. Coast Guard. It's all part of an experience that allows them to learn more about our military up close and personal. YSN reporter Bryson Byers brings us the full report.
Retired Chief Petty Officer Thomas Frost spent more than 2 decades in the U.S. Navy.
Sounds good. Thanks. Would you like to talk to the group as a whole?
Now, he's leading Ashley High School's JROTC program. The cadets recently got out of the classroom and toured the U.S. Coast Guard station at Wrightsville Beach.
The importance of this is to broaden their horizon, to see what life is like out beyond the doors of their house, beyond the doors of high school, and to let them know that there are a lot of things out there that they've never experienced, and kind of get them outside that box so they have a few more colors in their toolbox to paint the picture for them in the future. And getting an opportunity to go out and actually see, gain their sea legs a little bit and earn a sea service ribbon for participating in this event.
We took some of them, put them inside the station, let them know what we do in there, kind of give them a view of what it's like to stay here overnight, some of the jobs that we have that entail us standing watch and different things like that inside. And then we bring them out here for all the fun stuff where the boats are at. Basically just putting them on there, explaining what we do, showing them the boats and the different gadgets, the engine room and all that. And then a little cherry on top, we like to take them underway and give them a little quick ride out there so that way they can kind of experience and have some fun.
And for most of the cadets, it's that boat ride that's the biggest highlight.
It's all really cool, like the experience of everything, just like the boat, walking on that was cool. I enjoyed like seeing everything that's inside.
I learned that the Coast Guard actually does more than just sailing the sea and going over to other countries. They do more with marine, and they actually do a lot more than I actually thought.
I like the questions. The questions are the best thing. I like having the kids being involved as much as possible, and that's one of the things I tell them when they first get here. I say, hey, this tour can be a lot of fun, but it's going to be more fun the more questions you ask. And so you get a lot of interesting questions about what you do, and it makes you reminisce a little bit about what your career has been and the things that you have done in your career. And just be able to share that knowledge with those kids and just have some fun with them is probably the best part about it.
For Your School News, I'm Bryson Byers. Staff at Forest Hills recently had a pep rally to get the students excited about the school year. Kids unveiled mascots that represent the regions of the world that they'll be learning about. Explore the world and be the change. That is the motto at Forest Hills. That motto leads into an ultimate goal of teaching students about the various places around the globe. They also use the UN Sustainable Development Goals to determine how they can be world changers.
We're hoping that we're planting seeds. I mean, they're young, and so when you get there and you kind of start letting them see how they can be the change, we're hoping that that will really be something that pushes them towards. I know there's a program in one of the local high schools that the whole class is all about service learning. So we're really hoping that we are building them up and planting those seeds for them to join stuff like that, so that they'll be motivated and leaders in that way.
Daniel says that they are also focusing on what they can do in the Wilmington community to help those that need it the most. The rally really got students excited about learning in all the places and people in the world. The staff plans to keep that energy and enthusiasm for learning going all school year long.
Students at Laney High School are stepping up to collect items for families in need. The Laney Spirit Club, led by Laney senior Ella Hunter, has put an amazing effort into supporting the community. After Hurricane Florence left many without a home and supplies, these students took it upon themselves to help out. They have inspired the staff and entire student body at Laney to donate, accepting food pantry items like pasta, canned foods, and fruit cups. That's in addition to non-food items needed such as socks, deodorant, and toothpaste. Monetary donations are also accepted. The efforts have gained notice beyond the walls of Laney, and schools and PTA in Wake County are generously organizing local drives to help us collect items for the Spirit Club. If you would like to donate, you can find the full list of items and more information at nhcs.net/Laney.
On a beautiful fall evening, parents, students, friends, and school staff and community members gathered at Hoggard Stadium to enjoy the annual Marching Band Expo. The evening consisted of one amazing performance after another as each of the 4 high schools took the field. The Laney Band was the first to ignite the crowd performing I Am. The music moved the crowd through the phases from I Am Alive to I Am Creative and finishing with I'm Gifted. Then the evening turned wild as the New Hanover Wildcats took to the field with a special performance titled Wildcat Pride Amplified. The energized performance had the crowd screaming and cheering. Hoggard took us to the world of steampunk with elaborate outfits and unique music. Their booming sound and performance took the audience on a fantastic voyage of an alternate time. Then the tone changed when Ashley took the field and brought the crowd to the here and now with ILM Strong. Their performance was a response to Hurricane Florence and all those affected in our area. And as if all that music wasn't enough, along with the 4 spectacular high school performances, the middle school bands were also on hand to keep the crowd entertained during transitions. It was an amazingly wonderful evening, capped off with a traditional grand finale, when all 4 high schools took to the field together and performed their fight songs in succession. The Marching Band Expo was a mega success and will be remembered by all in attendance. If you missed it, fear not. The NHCS TV recorded the full show and will be airing it this month.
Check out these trending pictures and stories on the school system's website. NHCS educators join Digital Leaders Coaches Network. 2018-2019 timeline for applications to NC Governor's School, and talking to students about disasters, support and information.
And always trending is your school news on Facebook and Twitter.